round 2, folks. UTW versus Quoth Gaming.
I got my snacks. I have wasabi peas.
Wasabi peas. All right, we're seeing Unchain the Wolves in flight control, and we are seeing Quoth Gaming, all of their team in ventilation. They started over in data core. They are coming in doing a 3-2 split, 2 through the vents, 3 through sub-access. They are going to meet Lars and Zets in computer lab, 2 Marines in crossroads, and 1 Marine in crevice. Great split push there, but Lars and Zets might be in trouble.
And look at this fast expand by Quoth down into sub-access.
Wow.
I mean, this is just cyst all over.
And here comes the pounce! And Lars and Zets just get eaten alive, left for dead.
Oh, they're gonna go for the wise move. They're gonna go for the RT instead of the base. You know, they could have done a base rush. They did have 5 there, but I don't think with them being noticed on the way in that would have turned out very well for them. They're gonna get pretty well shredded here, though. They do get the RT down, but there are several members of their team who are very low. I think they're all just kind of hiding at this point.
Yeah, and we're seeing Ulti now fighting the crevice RT. Smoke coming back to try to get him off of there. No! Oh. Look at this systing. I mean, like you said, it's so quick. Sys right into ventilation, sys right into sub-access.
Yeah.
They are like, this is our house.
Our house.
More hardcore than that, Simon.
Oh, okay.
2% left on crevice. Brain Maggot kills Ulti with 2% left on the crevice RT. Wow. And we are seeing free kill in Brain Maggot entering crossroads cautiously. We're seeing a fight here in sub-access. Sammy G versus Zets. Lars goes down, and Nippler, 16, and Sammy run into sub-access to secure that. They go through the vents, and it looks like they're going to be splitting off.
Yeah, we are going to see a nice little engagement up in Atrium. Well, look at all those babblers. EAX getting ready. It looks like getting ready to drop a second hive up there, I'm assuming.
Wow, and yeah, I mean, look at now 2 Marines. Lars and Zets now coming into sub-access. They're going to see that it's sisted in there and quite possibly think that that is going to be the first base. EAX goes down to free kill in reactor core. Relent and Sammy G streaming in there to stop this push. Oh wow, and in non-quote style, they kind of just streamed in there one by one.
Yeah, that's not a great way to handle that. And Ulti is going to go down up in reactor core. They're losing positioning here. I mean, they're doing a good job of harassing. Crevice is down. I mean, I will say they are doing a very, very good job of res denial.
Yeah.
They are about to take them down to 1 RT.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they are sitting on 3 team res right now.
Right.
So,
so very good job there. But they are very, very extended. Reactor core just had to be redropped, I believe. Is that correct? No, it is still up. Or they did have to redrop ventilation though. So they're sitting only on 2 RTs. I'm wondering if they're going to go ahead and drop the Atrium RT here as well, as they have been defending that pretty well. They have been cleared out of sub-access though. Lars and Zets are there, although it looks like they were about to have company from Nippler, but he gets shot in the back by free kill, so Nippler's probably going to get taken down. Sammy G tries to push in because Nippler was not able to reinforce. He gets taken down. So sub-access has been claimed for UTW.
Yeah, and we are seeing now a little micro happening. We see a drifter coming into flight control to probably help with an enzyme blast. Yep, and there it goes.
Command station
Oh,
taking
but
damage.
those skulks did not have a good time there, and now that drifter is in trouble. Drifter goes down, and we're seeing Zets and Lars in sub-access. Zets gets pounced on by 16. He goes down. Nippler and Sammy G coming in against Lars. They need to go in now. He's the only one there. Just go.
And seriously, he was in the middle of building an RT. Just run in there. Now free kills.
Yeah,
oh boy.
That's too late. They just kind of stopped at the doorway and just walked away. They could have had that.
And the res has been restored for UTW. They are now up on 4, but look at this Enzyme in Crossroads. Oh boy, oh, just absolute
nice
destruction. I mean, I don't think it was even
6%.
necessary.
6% on that RT. It just saved it.
Yep.
2 Marines now of UTW coming into ventilation, taking down that RT there.
Yeah, Crevice is coming under attack, so there's some really good harassment going on, again, from Quoth, although they're starting to fall behind in terms of being able to actually follow through on that harassment. We do have a couple of Marines down in ventilation. 16 is on his lurk. He's going to try and get Free Kill down, but Free Kill's going to go ahead and pull out his pistol just to get the last couple shots on that RT, which he is successful in doing. They are now back down to 3 RTs, which is exactly where the Marines want to keep them, at least at a maximum of 3. They were up on 5 for a little while. But look at this. 16, Relent, and Nibbler are down in sub-access. They have retreated back from Computer Lab to take down that RT, and this is going to bring them down to 2, as they did take down Computer Lab as well. Computer Lab is only now 50% built. Free Kill and Lars are over there. Here comes Zetz, but Zetz is going to meet up with Nippler and Relent in that hallway. And oh my goodness, okay, I thought they left that RT in sub-access alive, but they did not. 16 is there on his lurk, and Nippler very, very riskily going into his upgrade while he was in that hallway. They're both going to get taken down, however. 16 is going to try and get some cleanup, but he is, oh my goodness, he's going to lose that lurk. Yeah, absolutely. That was a bad situation.
You guys saw that from Zet's point of view, taking down that lurk. And we're seeing more res harassment here. Ulti on Enzyme taking down that Crevice, but that was recycled. And Smoke and Brain Maggot coming in. As much as he's sisted around, I'd have to give it. I mean, UTW is defending okay, but they do need to have a little bit more established control on this map. Yeah,
they're not doing a very good job of stopping the res flow for Quoth, and Quoth is just absolutely soaking up res at this point. They have destroyed a total of 8 RTs, whereas they've only lost 4. You can see that actual res, total res, is about even right at 200, and that is a really bad situation to be in as Marines. You definitely need a huge res lead. Again, we've talked about this over and over and over again. The economy for the alien side is so much stronger than Marines. So I will say this again for the people who are who are viewing our stream who don't really know the game that well. You need 3 alien RTs, resource points, to match 4 resource points on Marines. So it's about a 4-to-3 ratio in terms of what you need to stack up at any given. And so the aliens, having been sitting averaging about 4 RTs or at least 3.5, while the Marines seem to be averaging only 3, that is definitely a very, very weak position for UTW to be. And we do expect to see Marines have a significant lead on total team resources, usually by the 5-minute mark, certainly by the 8-minute mark, but these two teams are absolutely dead even on total res, and that means that you are going to start seeing higher life forms coming out very soon. We have Ulti at 46 res, Nippler on 45, Relent on 45, Sammy G on 45. So we're going to see some fades here very soon. Probably 3 of them will come out at this juncture.
And look at the upgrades. I mean, if we see fades on the field here in the next minute or so, they're sitting on Armor 1. Oh, there's Weapons 1. Weapons 1 just started now, 8 minutes, 45 seconds into the game. Brain Maggot, Zetz, and Lars in Crevice building that RT, and they're going to move along to Atrium. We do see the Crags being grown there, so this is going to be their next base. And we're seeing now 16, and I can't see who that is, on the RT there in Computer Lab. Look at that micro by EAX. I mean, these guys almost, like, for the most part, I'd say 60% of the time are enzymed. I'm always seeing enzyme because I'm always seeing a drifter close by in there. So now these Marines pushing into Atrium. I don't see any aliens close by. They're only converging now, and in that time, a lot of damage can be done.
Yeah. They've lost 1 RT. Those Crags are going to go down. That was going to be their expansion. So with those Crags down and those 3 Marines in there, it's going to be at least another couple minutes before that hive is done, which gives a little bit of reprieve to UTW. It's going to give them a chance to get Weapons 1 here is on its way. They are still only on Armor 1.
Wow. You know, I mean, they pushed that out, and great job to UTW taking all that out. I mean, those Crags, they cost 10 each. Took down 2, took down the Hydras that were in there, and now they just got to wait and rebuild those to drop that hive. They are sitting on 25 team res right now, and we got 16 and Sammy G in crevice taking down that RT, and Lars is the lone Marine coming in there to try.
Oh my goodness, Ulti and Nippler are both so low. Oh wow, down in sub-axis, Nippler just barely getting away. Holy crap.
26%.
To almost lose, to almost lose a fade that early in the game, and he's hanging around. What is he doing? One shotgun shot couldn't waste him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm thinking right here, they just lost an RT in Crossroads. There's the Atrium Hive. It just dropped at this point with 1 Crag helping it build. But they do have, guys, Quoth does have 3 fades on the field. 2 of them just took down Free Kill in Computer Lab, and now they're going into Crossroads, where those poor Marines there are just going to get sandwiched. And those 3 fades are working really well together.
And Unchain the Wolves is just in an untenable position at this point. There are 3 fades on the field.
Yeah.
You know, that second hive has been dropped.
Weapons 1.
Yeah, Weapons 1 and Armor 1. No phase gates, no phase tech even. This is a really interesting game because you know, the res flow has been pretty weak on both sides. You know, generally speaking, we have not seen either team get up into that 5-6 range of RTs. So we're at 11.5 minutes. We're on single hive, Weapons 1, Armor 1, no phase gates. Like, this is insane.
This is weird. And we're seeing the RT in main base is being harassed. Nippler and Relent in sub-access, trying to defend that 8%.
But keep in mind, these guys don't have blink, so there's beacon. There's a beacon back to flight control as 16, and it looks like Ulti was there as well as Sammy G. So he was going to try and take down that RT. But again, you know, I think the real problem here for Unchained the Wolves is going to be the simple fact that, you know, they haven't been above 2 RTs or above 3 RTs. I'm sorry, for more than, you know, 2 total minutes. And that's just, for Marines, that's just not something you can work with.
Yeah. And we're seeing that offensive by UTW and Computer Lab was taken out. Look at this map, guys. Dominating. Quoth Gaming is just dominating this map. They have so much map control. They're sitting on 6 RTs. UTW just gasping for breath at this point. I cannot see them recovering from this.
Yeah, this is a very, you know, this is pretty much over at this point. I mean, they just lost Crevice. They are on 2 RTs. They're just going to lose the one in base. This game is definitely over at this juncture. I mean, barring some you know, absolute idiocy on the part of the app.
There it is. Wow.
It would have required Quoth to you know, actively lose that game.
So guys, we are on 1-1, tied up here.
All
UTW
tied up
versus Quoth Gaming. Both teams winning their alien round,
which is totally backwards from what we're seeing lately.
Yeah, so I want to add, guys, both won their alien rounds. So
Command station
all
under
you guys
attack.
saying that Marines are overpowered now, well, there you go.
Yeah, right?